Robbing a train.
The heck are those things?
Gotta help you, sir. Here's the bill from the dealership where I got my car.
What the hell is that? Never seen one of those yet.
Anyone can bring your AT&T. Bring your AT&T T-Mobile section first. On your way.
I think I'll stay where I am. Prepare yourself because it's time to do it.
As horny as Kansas. Alright, so where was I going yesterday? Go up a level.
I'm romantic and bright and happy night, born light on the roof. His eye is a flag on the 4th of July. It gives an expression I use. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with a wonderful guy.
Really? Oh, fuck. Shit me. Well, what in the hell, man? Fucking serious. Harmony is Kansas. Anyway. Where's this dig site? Alright, so basically southeast, east southeast. I'm back a good name. I forgot how to. Wasn't it inside Good Neighbor though? What the fuck is that? The hell? Synth. Good thing. Scavenger. What was that? Dang. Flies flying all around them. Who said that? Whoa. How did that? Get up there. Where's this? Whoa. Whoa. Wait, where's this damn dig site? Water Street Apartments. What is this dig site? Oh, he got me. Shit. A fuck did he shoot me with? What in the hell just happened? How the fuck did he kill me? That was weird. I haven't died in a long time. How's this dig site at? I can't remember where I went. Cleo.
Cleo, I hope you're buying. Even a girl with an arsenal full of weapons needs to make a living after all. I'll take a look, sure. Let's get you outfitted, killer.
Let's get you outfitted, killer.
Shooting out of gas. I got a full picture. Yeah, that's my but everything looks good.
Yeah, buddy. You know, the place to break down.
All right, crazy. You don't think about anything.
I'll, tracks of it.
Oh, yeah, gee, you must be right.
I'll go slow. Won't get a scratch.
You'll be your shiny bumper. Hey, we're really good, buddy. That's no problem.
Great, thank you, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks.
That's right, I have a military backpack. Party starter. 50% more damage against humans. A party starter.
You gotta put some air on the seat. Put your guys on that train right now.
We're not done yet.
The track is clearly I see it out of there.
Hey, Mr. Squad. Glad we could work that out. Yeah, no problem.
You want to ride into town?
Yeah.
X1 left arm. So who the fuck had the Gauss rifle? I seen somebody had one.
Get us all plus.
It must have been in what's the name of that other town? I can't even think of it right now. Oh, hey.
Wake up, Commonwealth. Synths are not your enemy. They are victims to this war as well. True, they were created by the Institute, but they were created as slaves. Thinking, feeling, and dreaming beings, utterly oppressed by their tyrannical masters. So join with us in fighting the Legion, the Institute. Join the Railroad. When you're ready for that next step, don't worry, we'll find you.
Yes.
Oh, first try. What is this? Tendency Plant Daisy Hancock. Reach out, Charlie. Have a plan to kill everyone you meet. Laser shot at long range, too close to home for outright assault to be violent without suspicion. Have a plan to kill everyone you meet. Kill bodyguard for strangulation while she sleeps, then load All doses of chems in the old state house with poison. Collateral damage, possible loss is acceptable without too much disruption to the business. I want. Nice. How do you get there?
Every weapon.
What?
Hey, Daisy.
Means a lot to me that you make the library a safe place. Thanks again. Now you're here to trade
I've got a few minutes to browse.
all the supplies money or violence can buy.
Weight loss starts with a game plan. Meet Wegovy, the #1 prescribed GLP-1 weight loss pill. People taking Wegovy pill lost over 30 pounds. Some lost over 47 pounds. Your body, your you. Your time to make a change. To lose the weight, keep it off. Don't take if you or your family had MTC, MEN2, or is allergic to it. Tell your provider if you plan to have surgery or a procedure or are breastfeeding, pregnant, or planning to. Stop taking and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or a serious allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreas inflammation and gallbladder or severe stomach problems. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines for it. Call your prescriber if you experience vision changes or heart racing or asthma. Side effects of nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea can lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems. With Wegovy, you can live lighter, less weight. Get started for a lower price. Ask your prescriber about Wegovy pill today. So now that we're taking the show, let's get into the message. When a dog is found on student to enjoy the huge
Hi.
Oh my gosh, totally unexpected, totally out of the blue. It's big.
What's up, Mika?
Heart is enlarged, it weighs 500 grams. This guy was a ticking time bomb.
Welcome to Stingray Cityscapes, a channel that takes you around the globe to the sound of relaxing down-tempo music. Tune in to Stingray Cityscapes, where every skyline tells a story. The dramas that stir your soul. Always on Maverick Black Cinema.
What's up with them both having left arms?
Remind you of brushing teeth, sir.
Where's this dig site at? Can't remember. Want to come up? Mongrel. Fuck is this dig site? Hey, want to come up? Are you waiting patiently? There's your puppies. There you go. Come on up. Come on up. Got lots of room now. There you go. Here's a good girl. There you go. We'll come to get paddings. Good girl. Hey, good girl you are. Good girls. Yeah, that's a good girl. Hey, good girl you are. Yeah, hey, good girls.
Hey. Hey there. What's up? What a day, huh? Everyone's welcome and good neighbor. Even me. Don't you like important things to do? Nothing more to say.
Sweet pit boy, brother. Hold on, Dad.
Okay.
Running from something. Welcome home.
Need a place to stay? Try Hotel Rexford.
Can't remember where this damn dig site is. Obviously not around back of the neighbor. There we go. Here's where it is.
As I'm sure you know all too well, I haven't always been the best at this job. Eventually, I read some of the stuff smelled like cactus. I decided to change hours of life. Hours of my life. I'd like to take this out and take a talk from it. Let's see ahead. All right. Shit happens, huh?
Hey,
Yes, sure. Go ahead and take a look.
I'm sorry, but I had to do it. Obviously, I guess you see it different. But I didn't see any other choice. I've been thinking about this all day, going over and over in my head. And it was the only way. Well, it's not like I wanted to. The kid was on a dirt bike. I mean, you could have just gunned it and been gone before we even came to it. But we never would have been able to catch him. I was thinking on my feet. I saw Fred and I took care of it one better I could. I was driving. The kid wasn't waving at us. He wasn't going anywhere. He was saying hi.
Bobby's terminal.
Yeah, I do. He didn't know what he'd see. Well, I didn't want to take that chance. The whole point of this thing is
In the
that
bathroom.
over there, right? People weren't ever supposed to know that anything got robbed. How could they let the kid go? I mean, maybe if I didn't know what I did, the whole mission would fail. I'm really sorry. I really am. But
The fuck?
did I make a mistake? To me, respectfully, I was looking out for the team. I didn't have to
terminal somewhere.
I believe that. At the end of the day, it was him who got so shows up.
Okay.
I will do it again. I just step outside. You guys talk. I just want to make sure that you know my priority is business. That's fine. I want to be a little quiet. I hate to see that. I'm motivated and I've got connections. Like my uncle, I was set up in prison. I didn't do real hard to this. Stick with the facts. Facts. Oh, okay. okay? I want the fact that he shot a kid. A kid that he didn't need to shoot.
The boy had seen us. And no, it didn't look like who we would see. But what if she told us? Just mention it, because we can't know what something
Exactly, we can't know because Ricky hit from there, shot him. We, us three, should have had a discussion about it. We would have figured it out. But that dickhead just went ahead and made a choice for us. Is that how we do business now?
I understand you're upset.
And what was that crap about his uncle with the prison connections? It's just some bullshit intimidation. Come on.
It's true, though, he does have some connections. Is this a problem? No, it's not even. He came up in the background, I did on him.
Got yourself into trouble again now?
What can I say? I learned from the best. So, what's the deal with the new guy?
Oh, came right up to my
Not
door.
a fan of
It
this
just,
option.
he takes orders.
Way too much of a
Fight. What more could I want?
He's not so bad.
Most likely.
They would be Delbert Briggs this time. Yeah.
All right, we're all here. Bill, you want to introduce your little friend?
Yep. Meet Sonia. This little bud is going to help us move through the earth like an old rat on jet.
Option 3 would be better choice.
How is a robot going to help us? She has unique capabilities. She's one of a kind. I modified her radio systems to emit sonic pulses at frequencies that can loosen any sediment around.
Mel says we'll be able to get to the strong room 10 times faster than just digging. And it's a hell of a lot safer than loading this place up with dynamite.
All right, guys, get ready. I'm not completely sure how this place will respond. So, brace yourselves. Sonia, do your thing.
Good job.
Oh,
That was loud. Thanks for that, Mel. Now let's use that robot to get us to the strong room. Get it away, tough guy.
Give me a shout if you come to a dead end. I'll have Sonia give it a blast.
Our target is to the southwest, but we may have to do some winding to get there.
Bobby,
Just find a way for us to move forward. Remember, southwest is best.
you don't seem to have a very good reputation.
Look, I'm a ghoul with big ideas. There's no way I could get anything done without ruffling a few feathers.
Bobby,
Just find a way for us to move forward. Remember, southwest is best.
of all the ways to make caps, why this?
It may be more personal than I let on. Let's just say I have beef with the mayor. Thinks he can keep Bobby no-nos on the sidelines. But forget all about that. We have a job to do.
Now, if you find anywhere you want Sonya to blast, give me a shout. What's the story with you and Bobby? Well, she swears she used to work with my grandfather when he was about my age. She quoted me at the bar in Good Neighbor and kept telling me how I looked just like her dead friend. Do you believe her? No, no. But she told all these stories of crazy heists they would pull. I wanted it to be true, all right? Now, all she has to do is ask, and I'm there. Now, if you find anywhere you want Sonya to blast, give me a shout. Good work on the robot. Very helpful. Thanks. You know, iBots like Sonya aren't easy to come by. She just floated right across my path one day, blasting those horrifying old emergency broadcast announcements like it was fate or something. Now, if you find anywhere you want Sonya to blast, give me a shout. As you were, sir. Yes, sir.
We've been the trusted experts since 1960 because nobody knows tires better than we do. And for over 90 tire brands, we have an abundance of options in stock for your vehicle. Buy and drive today.
What am I supposed to do?
Taken care of.
You hear that? Sjogren's disease is shouting.
Ow.
Just drive it. Continue therapy. Don't have full body breath.
Oh. It's time to switch up my weapon here.
Don't take allergic syndrome OPT. Allergic reactions can occur even days after use. This is whether rash, swelling of face, mouth, tongue, or throat. High blood pressure and Raynaud's syndrome can occur. High blood pressure, numbness, pain, and color changes in the common side effect is nausea. Ask your doctor about Nurtec OPT.
Brain fungus. What was that? Whoa. Yeah. What did that say up in the corner? Jeez. Damn. Fuck me up. Fuse.
Teenagers.
Should have brought my power armor, I guess.
You know, well, so much good forever. She is just
Where did I see it? There it is. It's soft fusion core.
Mel, get Sonya over here. Sonya.
That's cool. That's pretty neat. Fucking man. Take the power armor, Bobby. Went to XL1. That's an arm and a helmet, though.
Bobby, just find a way for us to move forward. Remember, Southwest is best.
Those things are cool. Jesus. Took his fucking head right off. Arm and a helmet, and I can put it on this guy. Okay, so which way are we supposed to go then?
If we keep standing for this radiation, you're going to get sick.
Yeah, that's one. That didn't last long. Where are we supposed to go? Here? Yeah.
We need to get through here now. Got it. Sonia, it's blast time.
That's cool. Careful.
We may have an enemy nearby.
Here we go again.
Wireless protocol engaged.
He is tough little bastard. Really gave us power armor. I didn't even see that.
What are you doing here? Delivering the back. When's your cookie sold?
It's back in America, it's back in.
We need Sonia here. Sonia, you know Jim.
Looks like the subway tunnel. Then we're on the right track.
Or
Ah, I see what you did there.
What? No, just keep heading southwest. We need to find a place to blast out of these tunnels.
Since this morning, three separate tales, all EA. Hasn't been all of them. It's been going on for a while. Did they call you?
rib cage and pelvis.
It was a legal meth operation led to a bunch of cops, but you don't want nothing to be so.
I've never lost anyone before. This failure is new to me.
How long has this been going on? Just about the time we started, it's what it was. The DEA in particular will impeach one of the laws they completely prescribe activities. You're just telling me this now. But you think this information will be interesting? Would be germane? I bet again, where you're sitting.
The hell with you!
Picking up something.
You come over there.
Oh, that was a lot. Crippling 44. Nice. 50% more limb damage.
Sorry to see you go. Mr. Jesse. Distribution end of things. Trust
Okay, her Mel. Where the fuck you going, Mel? Can you give Mel a gun? Guess not.
Bobby, just find a way for us to move forward. But then southwest kills ourselves.
That meant when cookies.
This is how we're taking our 2/3 or so. This guy has.
Whoa.
Who's there?
Guys in line. You won't have to worry about it. Then I will be going. Just solid plan. Come in on this. With us.
Find anything useful?
You were free to hold on to your shirt and keep cooking. This guy is way up. It's a big.
What the?
Did you hear that? Found you. Sir.
Kill Mel? It didn't it? Oh, he's back up. Oh, I've been in here before. There's a lot of feral ghouls. Holy crap. That one. Get out of my way, idiot. Going on a sneak. Oh, plenty of cigarettes.
Glad to see you can make it out. Surprised to get your call. Get 1 gallon as discussed. That matter will be vehicle tested. Satisfied, get the 660.
Keep it clean, Austin. Please dispose of waste in the laundry receptacle.
Gallon's free. Price for the rest is $15,000 per. 665 gallons, that's $9,975,000. Although I would prefer you round it up to 10. That part. I gotta tell you, you can't understand yourself. Your stuff will be up tomorrow.
Goody, more fighting.
That's all you got.
This other part, we big problem. Territory won't protect. She doesn't.
Increase my market share.
I don't. I want you to tell me that things prove open up the streets.
Don't delay. Do not hold the door.
All right. Here's the. Hey, yeah. It's not mine to sell, Betty.
long since we worked together, bro.
I've been trying to put a profile on this.
In the event of an emergency, please use the call boxes to
You
request
want to work just this?
Not done yet.
Encourage.
Yes.
The past yields such interesting finds.
Yes. Okay. Out of here.
understand and monitor the train.
Better. Yeah. I say that, but
Over here, Mel. Come on, Sonia.
We started this thing.
Who's there?
I know for a fact.
Who's there?
I know
Who
for
the
a fact.
fuck's that?
Take them down. That was amusingly simple.
Nuts.
Back then.
What the hell is that? Just twitching. Is neat.
Something happened. I sold my share.
No flesh off of my face.
Took a bite.
But you two might want to watch out for the radiation around here.
The thing on this one's wrist has a Geiger counter equipped. I'll just keep my ears open.
Here, guess
I
what?
don't want to nerd out or
Billions. 2.16 billion as a last friend. And I sold my share. My potential.
But a Rocco good boy is a rare prize. You're gonna have to let me play with it later.
Found them, sir. Target down. Careful, sir. I don't think we're alone. Not much of a threat after all.
This was the worst thing I've ever seen happen to a human being.
Detective Brendan Lee had a colleague who overheard the videos and the distinctive voice.
He recalled a case that he had worked in Walter Bell with an
Bunch of
accident.
hands. That's weird.
And
Oh, there's a lot of radiation in here.
just he was there was kind of like a, yeah,
Let's see.
like, okay, now I know who we're looking at.
Then, just days after police got the video,
Yeah.
Remains found in line run away to the Stewart Highway a week ago. Belonged to a woman who had long dark hair.
crime suspect in a body to match. This was on camera evidence.
The analyst is phone is sitting off the tower near mile 108 Stewart Highway. And also, there was a sample of the images of Catherine Jolie in the back of the pickup truck. And that was also like because his phone sitting here at this time, this image is at this time, and it's at the location where the remains were found.
Detective Lee intercepted Senator at the Anchorage Airport.
Whatever,
Driving for a
guy.
trip with his wife.
Mr. Smith, Detective Lee, thanks for Mr. Carter, that's showing your badge. Yes. ID, senior attorney, Mr. Detective Bell, and partner. We have some matters we wanted to talk to you today, so appreciate you coming up with these guys and talking to me. So you have the right to remain silent, you understand that? You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have them present with you while you're being questioned, you understand that?
If you find any spare parts, you be sure to let me know.
The police called him off guard.
I just found a lawyer from DC, right? And you've obviously found a lawyer from DC. You know what's going to happen. Full conduct across
That's more.
You're under investigation for serious crimes. You don't get to pick. Interrogation.
I just wanted to start to make just see if fresh.
The detectives start small, without letting on how much they already know about the killer sitting in front of
We need Sonia here.
What's happening?
Last time.
What's happening is on this video, on these images, the person that's recording.
That's cool. I want to get this one.
I said, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Over and over and over. I said that. You're not saying that. You're saying that you can't remember. I do not remember anything. That you something very piece by piece, detectives disclosed photo evidence. Smith's hands, his stomach, Smith's trunk, and license plate.
There's cameras out on the highway at the police station. No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
About 2 hours in, Smith starts to cry.
This sounds pretty serious. I don't know what's wrong.
Deep. So,
I'll tell you what happened.
the next day lived.
I saw something different. What the hell?
Looks like this place was run by Mr. Henry.
You're saying that you didn't keep the body in your truck for 2 days and then dump her on the side of the road as you recounted to police?
Well, when I say to the police, the
It's because the police told me that they were money in that contract. I did not know what was in the back contract. There was something telling me that you looked on the sheet to tell me so much.
That song. Where's my roll at? There we go. My walking suitcase.
I think Steve Smith is a person I'd say he's a sociopath. You know, if you look at his life, he just look like your normal everyday. I go to work, I come home, we go on vacations, and I play the drums and the shoot guns for my hobbies. You know, I wouldn't say split personality, but he was definitely somebody that knowingly was trying to, you know, live two different types of lifestyles. Have any other Facebook accounts that caused this line of stress? I'll go with Frankie first. Frankie's a real, he's like a alter ego. He's racist. He can make racist jokes and stuff like that. Smith's alter ego offers police a new strategy. They can conference wise, somebody made this one easy for us. They urge good Brian to confess to what bad Brian has done.
You can push me now. Fuck you up. Oh. Let's see, fragile what? What you saying?
We need to get through here. Sonia, you know what to do.
Oh. We're gone.
We're getting really close. There's a brewery across the road. This is the basement. Brewery, you say? Now, just kidding.
This place looks familiar to me.
That's museum quality piece.
This looks familiar too. There's plenty of stuff. What was that? Yeah, just blew up now. Yeah, it's fine.
Perhaps you may be able to help solve the mystery.
Oh, okay.
Here's a must-see moment from a good teenage case. Especially have a second year of I am not suicidal. I did not do this to myself. I used all of that. I am not suicidal.
I am not suicidal. I won't hurry my way on.
I knew I heard something.
Oh.
Into the police interrogation, Brian Stephen Smith had already confessed to the murder of Kathleen Tibbs.
Oh. Loaded. Oh. Yeah, I thought I changed my gun. I guess not. Yeah.
You went to get some liquor.
Here we go again.
You son of a
You were afraid to tell police that she was going to leave her in the home with your wife with detectives. So you told her to take a shower. She was thinking. Take a shower. She wouldn't do it. She said she wouldn't take that. He said, I clearly remember this.
Oh, that's very one guy. Relentless lever action rifle. Can't even find any 4570 ammo.
The evidence lined up perfectly with Smith's account.
None.
Smith's skull had been found 6 months earlier at the site Smith named. Here's the bullet. Police would later find an SD card at Smith's home with a video of a woman lying naked on the floor. Forensics identified the victim as Veronica Camacho, another Alaska Native woman who disappeared from the streets of Anchorage.
Veronica was my best friend, and I loved the hell out of her.
I'm sure you don't leave anything useful behind.
They was like working girls. They were just women's age, drinking problems, you know.
For Valerie Kastner, who uncovered evidence of Smith's hotel room murder, this second case hit even closer to home.
I remember the last time I talked to her. She said she was going to the liquor store, she was getting a bottle. And she didn't be
The lady talks like Shelly.
She doesn't
Shelly.
have any teeth.
Shelly.
Confession left virtually no doubt about his guilt.
She sounds like Shelly.
He's trying to sell me a story that sounds nothing like
Tell me a story.
She didn't walk out of town. Smith now recants his detailed
What the hell is even the right way here?
that his confession was all based on fictional role play with his former mistress, Alicia Youngblood.
Finding all kinds of stuff, but I don't know what the right way is. Ugh, come on. Bastard. That's nice. Why don't you do the password?
Sweet.
There we go.
It sounds very much like Parafield. You know that term? Parafield?
You okay, baby? All right.
I'll be fine. Just gotta take a minute.
What are you choking on?
I'm breathing, so don't worry about it.
Well, I am worried. I wouldn't ask if I wasn't worried.
I have a tickle in my throat.
Okay.
I said that 3 times now.
Actually, you didn't, but just worried about you.
Yeah, it's some Raisin Bran Crunch, and there's just a little piece of granola that's in my throat. And every time I breathe in, it's like scratching the tickle in my throat. But you get so worked up all the time when I do that.
I'm worried about you.
Okay, are you okay? I say, yeah. Worry if I don't say anything, then there's a problem.
Yeah. Well,
True people that are choking cannot talk.
no kidding.
If I'm
Oh,
talking,
yeah.
I'm not dying. Seriously.
Yeah, I know.
If I ever feel like I'm panicking, I'll say I need help. I dropped the water, now it's better.
The pictures are correct. She's probably so hard that the blood is pooling.
Youngblood tried to goad Smith into sharing evidence, so police could arrest
Or
Can't believe his combat shotgun's this strong that it still doesn't take him out. Try this one. That took him out a lot faster. It's a lot faster than the shotgun did. These are neat. Little barnacles. Fried that one. What the hell they had that ghost rifle? Must have been at Diamond City or Haggerty. Callaway, Bobby.
Heads up.
Glad to be of service.
The whole philosophy for us is like, you can use a smartphone, you can use Square as a POS system. We've been using Square for a while. It truly is. Others just Square fits in how we run a restaurant. It all comes down to managing workflow and efficiencies. I get to focus on running Loon because Square just works. As business grows, so do the.
I'm gonna go have a cigarette.
Yes, Square.
You wanna come with me?
Breakthrough has arrived with the Gopi and Hers. Use up to 20%
Sweetheart,
Well, Daddy.
I wanna go have a cigarette. You wanna come with?
No.
No insurance needed. If prescribed, Hers connects you to a licensed provider to develop a personalized plan. Plus, onboard scores on your connection. The new era of weight management and Hers.
Can't get up.
Start today at forhers.com.
Oh man, it's almost 10 o'clock. I better wrap this up soon. That sucks. Yeah, I just realized that myself. So I better wrap this up pretty soon. Finish up the mission I'm on probably slow.
And now, here's a must-see movie from Core TV's Case History.
The mistake was better than my other phone.
For more must-see movies, keep watching Core TV. And now, here's a must-see movie from Core TV's Case History.
Definitely was good.
Uh,
It was good, yeah.
Oh, I want another one.
Close your eyes and face it. If this was your 8-year-old daughter that someone else picked, you would have been beside yourself as someone with those faces. And you want people to have forgiveness for you and your child? You're insane.
For more must-see movies, keep watching Core TV. And now, here's a must-see moment from Core TV's Case History.
Can you take the hose and put it around anybody's leg and squeeze it?
For more must-see moments, keep watching Core TV. And now, here's a must-see moment from Core TV's Case History.
State of Minnesota plaintiff versus Derek Michael Chauvin, defendant. Verdict, count 1. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 1, unintentional second-degree murder while committing a felony, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April, 2021 at 1:44 p.m.
For more must-see moments, keep watching Fortune TV.
A different material. Can I call you first witness?
My name is Christy Grimaldi. How are you related to this case? Why are you here? Veronica Babchuk is my mother. I'm her oldest daughter.
In February 2024, the trial for the murders of Veronica Babchuk and Kathleen Henry began.
October 2019, I was contacted by family to meet with a detective, and looking back at that, I was in complete denial or holding on to any hope. I remember thinking, well, I found her, maybe she's somewhere. And it's just, I'm in awe that I believe that,
Smith appeared calm as witness after witness laid out evidence against him. But the smoking gun was the evidence Smith produced himself.
Those videos depict a woman that we now know to be Kathleen Henry being strangled, tortured, and killed. When we show those videos, they're going to be broadcast on that TV facing this way so that members of the general public don't see them.
Police say you're the man in the video. What do you think?
No, it's not me.
I needed a way to push past Smith's denial. If he wouldn't admit to the crimes, could I get him to describe the killer? Let me describe to you what the man in the video, the killer, did and ask you to profile him for me.
Well, I didn't want to watch him ever at all, but they forced me to at the trial.
My name is Brendan Lee, last name L.E. So in this video, it's going to start out and you're going to see Kathleen Henry on the floor.
There's at one point blood coming from both sides of her mouth while the killer is sexually molesting her. What did you think when you saw that?
He wasn't sexually molesting her, he was poking his fingers on her boob. Okay?
Is that not sexual molestation in your mind?
It depends on the woman. It depends on the situation.
Well, obviously the situation was not consensual. She's laying there dying. He's telling her he's killing her.
Yeah.
He stands on top of her stomach at one point. She laughs maniacally. What did you make of that?
I don't remember them laughing.
Even as he downplays the cruelty captured on video, Smith offers clues about the man behind the camera. Did it seem to you that the killer was enjoying himself?
No. The guy sounded frustrated. The guy said that like she must hurry up. Yeah, she must die, she must hurry up.
People need to cooperate. People need to know when that's serial.
The person sounded like he had lost control.
Like he had lost control. Interesting. Yeah. So that it was unplanned, maybe spontaneous?
No, from the wording the guy used, it sounds like he was documenting something, so it was planned.
As you can notice, the tongue is all swollen. That arm is swollen as well.
Why was he documenting?
Yeah.
Why would somebody do that?
Well, they're obviously making money out of it. That's why,
Why? Yeah. Could he have been doing that to watch it back and get thrills from it?
I don't know, probably could have. If you find him, you can ask him that.
The killer is giggling and laughing. Do you remember that?
Probably the ugliest part was where he had his foot on her throat.
What kind of man could do that?
A nasty person.
She's making horrific sounds with her dying breath. you remember those sounds?
Well, that was the first noises that came out. The first video play they showed the girl trying to breathe.
Yeah.
And that
I do not like that. Can you describe them for me and how they made you feel?
I didn't like hearing it. I don't like to hear that stuff.
Yes, that's right. Yes, a string of chords.
He's strangling her with a green string, straddling over her, right? Remember that? Berating her, fondling her. I'm trying to make a movie, you stupid blood-sucking.
And it sounds like he's doing it for an audience. He's like he's making a movie. He's definitely making a movie.
I'm trying to make a stupid another person along this behind. Now, the fund itself is listed as 855 acres. It sits within the much larger United States state investor, which is around 11,000 acres in size. It's a chip like a zoo. 8 years. Search for a liberal truck while he had an angle on the state. Search dogs bring it to attract humans.
He's a film director, and this
This
atrocity is his blockbuster movie.
unfortunately, this could be the only potential shred of evidence in the entire case pointing to the possible whereabouts of each evidence in August of 2021. The fire in that exact moment became reliable on his girlfriend, Kristen Tyson, adding another layer of mystery to the case. What makes this fire especially notable is that it happened 3 months after he was disappearance, and after secret revealing public speculation.
In the end, this movie did meet its audience. 12 men and women, and they quickly delivered a verdict. Veronica Armitage. His sentence? I remember 26 years in prison. I can tell you the profession.
I mentioned you're not getting our this.
They're a part of you.
Kept first.
Unload, unburden.
That's all right. I know that. Watching it. I said, boy, he said more as a joke, right? It was kind of fast and kind of serious. If I said something, so check that kind of stuff. He said, yeah, you'll never have it was also that same conversation. Phone call conversation.
Cover girl last shot and go to the house.
I'll always have access to the history. She calls
Stronger feeling lashes, 5 times.
in a lot of ways, back back. Now, the time you're done.
Howard King. Your budget went into play already. Transfer 200 for my check to USA. What should I do this weekend? Any ideas? Grocery grab 4 some rare books of comics. In the basketball game downtown. Perfect. None. There is something.
Meet the level, you gotta have, there's boss fights and everything, adventure, so the adventure is pretty much kind of like collecting these stuff. And there's the usual boss fight at the end. I'm kind of figuring it out myself, really myself. I haven't played it completely before, I've read it. Yes,
get off that. Awesome. First,
Here's a must-see movie from 14 cases too. Just wondering, what do you do with the show like?
Welcome to Australia, cocksucker.
Here's a must-see movie. This one is cases too.
Florida versus Steve Henry Hampton. To the charge of first-degree murder, verdict as to count one. Leave the jury on the defendant not guilty. All of the recess.
Here's a must-see moment from 14's cases too.
Welcome to Court TV Live, your front row seat to justice.
Today here at Court TV, and it can go one way or the other. You have to
Few people know this, but Duke Saibot was banned in the early Mortal Kombat games. This character first appeared in Mortal Kombat 2 as a secret fighter, but getting to fight him was extremely difficult because you had to win 50 matches in a row, probably the toughest requirement among all secret characters. Then he would appear in that stage, but he was basically just a black painted Kano skin, even though beating him was pretty hard. The first time he appeared as a playable character in his games was in Mortal Kombat 3. That's where he caused real chaos with his arsenal of special attacks. He was strong in several games of the franchise, but Ultimate MK3 was so broken that he had to be banned from tournaments. To begin with, he had an infinite combo, but that wasn't even the main reason for banning, since other fighters in that game had that too. The real problem is that Duke had multiple ways to start his combo, like with his teleport or his clone. But the most overpowered move of all was that smoke cloud, which, if it hit, prevented the opponent from attacking or blocking, leaving them completely vulnerable to Duke to do whatever he wanted. And people know this, but Duke Saibot was banned in the early Mortal Kombat games. This character first appeared in Mortal Kombat 2 as a secret fighter.
You could just go dump a body just 5 minutes out of town.
murder is the third leading cause of death among Native American women. It killed 2 vulnerable women that we know of. Did you engage in any sexual violence with Native South African women?
No. We don't work with the girl for their young so clean. Wasn't her.
The South African police say they're looking into you now. You want to deal with that,
Again, so at the beginning, Alicia and Nicole were telling stories, and the first stories I told her were about South Africa.
More stories.
Yeah.
If I can find any poetic justice in this tragic story, it's this. Smith landed behind bars, thanks to a woman who lived on the streets with his victims. What do you think would have happened without that video? Had you not drowned in
They probably would be investigating, and he's still probably would be a free hunting and chewing. And there'd probably be more bodies than what there was.
when you heard the verdict? What did you think?
That was on my birthday.
What was your birthday present? Castle remained on the front lines from the moment she turned over the smoking gun SD card.
Those images that you saw, finding and all of that aside, have those stayed with you? In my head? Yeah. I just wanted them to go home.
And what do you mean by that when you say you wanted them to go home?
I wanted their parents, their family, to be able to mourn, properly, instead of burying an empty box.
Smith tells me he now plans to file an appeal, and I end the interview with one of my own. You're gonna live with this story, this defense that you've concocted in your mind that no one you must know that no one believes the alibi, no one believes your man in the video. Yet again, there's a massive forensic evidence against you. Are you gonna just live with this?
There is no DNA evidence. There's no evidence proving that anyone was in my truck. The only evidence in my truck is the evidence of my alibi.
Brian, full admissions and confessions and acknowledgments and appreciation for the police and self-awareness that you've gone too far and now you're in deep.
In 1982, a Soviet probe landed on the surface of Venus.
Everybody would consider that de-escalation. That sounds like a guilty man who's coming clean.
It lasted 2 hours.
In the end, Brian Smith still alive, culminating in a single fate. A life sentence in an Alaskan prison. I don't know what to talk to now.
Okay.
I don't know what to talk to now. None of my friends will ever. That's my fault. I've done my own.
Over here, Mel. No problem. Come on, Sonia.
How'd you get on this side? Fuck, we're back in the sewer again? Or in the subway again? Fuck. I'm back in the fucking subway again. Am I just here?
Yeah. I wouldn't touch that eye. I don't trust anything that looks that perfect.
I in no way, shape, or form had anything to do with starting the fire.
The evidence tells a very different story. Just happened to have made threats and jokes about burning that family of a bad relationship.
Can't get the walker.
Yeah, absolutely. Codependency is a very tricky.
Don't check. Report suspicious activity immediately.
I will start the fire. I know some absolute certainty.
But can I prove Frank Britt's stole of denial? Just happened to have DNA on a lighter, on a gas bottle, on a lighter fluid.
I have been here, so what the hell? What a circle.
Or did you hate us that night?
Get the damn thing.
Off the chilly shores of
For your safety, do not lean against doors.
until the night it turned deadly.
I've never lost anyone before. This failure is new to me.
The chilling
What a fucking circle, so what the hell?
What started as a routine fire call Thursday morning has now turned into a homicide investigation.
It was the early morning hours of January 11, 2018. Fire tore through a home on a quiet street, leaving 28-year-old Elizabeth Bell burned to death in her bedroom. Also caught in the flames was the man charged with Bell's boyfriend, Frank Brett Jr.
Do avoid delay. Do not hold the door.
Started the fire on Manhattan Avenue and is being held without bail.
Brett fled the scene of the crime, but was later found hiding inside a neighbor's home. Second and third degree burns over nearly his entire body. Based on DNA evidence and testimony by witnesses who escaped the burning house, Brett was convicted of murder. Frank Brett Jr. got 25 to life for murder today. Obviously, a very good
Yeah, how many tries you have to fucking do to get the damn thing?
For your safety, please do not disrupt your trucks
Greenhaven prison. Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He spent years here concocting an alternate narrative of the crime that points the blame at the woman he murdered. Good morning, Frank. How are you? All right. Nice to meet you. You do see yourself as the victim here? Absolutely. Yeah, I am. It's my job to get inside his head and expose the deceit and motivations behind your actions in this case. Why did you want to talk to us today? I can testify at trial. So, all the way up until my conviction, no one heard from me. So I just felt that at some point, the only thing I can really do is open up and talk about it. You were lucky to survive their injuries, right? Yeah, so I have quite extensive injuries. My body is about 80% skin grafts at this point. Severely cooked was the word the doctor used. Most of us can only imagine in our worst nightmares what it feels like to burn over it. What does it feel like? You can imagine stepping into the middle. You can't really describe the sensations because at a certain point of pain, your body kind of just stops letting you feel all that. Brett struck me as articulate, almost smooth. His childhood in a working class part of Buffalo was unremarkable. He had little formal education, but became a skilled mechanic. Investigators believe one of his provided a motive to night of the murder after his girlfriend threatened to trash a prized possession. I read that you built a motorbike from scratch. That was a big focus. Maybe it was a potential reason why I could
I thought this was going to be the right way, but I guess not.
To use it as a reason just seems sort of insane to me, personally. I see where he's going. Downplaying the importance of that motorbike undercuts the pivotal role police said it played What is there more to this story? To the complex romance that went so terribly wrong. You knew Elizabeth long before you guys started dating, right? Yes. Elizabeth Bell and Frank Brett were teenage friends before life took them in separate directions. Yeah, she got married. I had been married as well. Both, had children, wives, both got divorced. How old's your son? He is 14. And tell me, what was Elizabeth like in you together? She was whip smart. I mean, she was a very, very intelligent woman. There were times in social situations where Elizabeth and I used to end up off to the side and having conversations about, slightly more intelligent things than what was going on around us. You moved in.
I've never lost anyone before. This failure is new to me.
And I was very depressed. I was drinking a decent bit. And Elizabeth really helped lift me out of that. She really was there for me and tell me to get myself back together and get back out there and do something. It does sound like you guys were pushing each other's buttons.
Oh.
Communication, which you knew was very easy. Yes, sometimes even intentionally, just, kind of thing couples do sometimes. It's childish to look at it, but in the moment when you feel justified and you think someone's slighting you or something, it's, I know it'll make you mad. Right. At some point between 2015 and 2017, people said the relationship turned. Is that fair? In hindsight, yes. Yeah, absolutely. Codependency is a very tricky thing. Codependency. Family and friends reported lots of fighting, yelling, screaming. There's a dynamic between us and I, especially when we would.
Mel, get Sonia over here.
We spoke to each other a certain way sometimes. It wasn't always the kindest. Interesting. It's a dynamic. What can you describe it to me? Elizabeth was really good at arguing. She was good at making her point backing up and telling you that you didn't know what you were talking about. And for your part. So,
I'll get over it.
verbal sparring sometimes. She was an abuse survivor. You knew that, right? The one thing kids can't easily come back from. She had opened up to me about that. Well, it's interesting that you use the term codependent because that's one of the things that childhood abuse can produce later in adult relationships, right? Do you think that she came to feel that your relationship was toxic? Yeah, I think she might have liked toxic. I need him to read my voice. I've never
No, I can't move. Stop.
also stories about you in things when you
Where did that come from?
Is that true? If I broke something, it would be something that was mine. Like one of my own possessions. I go up to the garage and angrily do something, but it may have happened once or twice. Did you once punch out a glass window in her house? I didn't punch the window out, but I did cause the window to break. You're saying it was an accident? It was an accident that occurred because I was maybe a hot-tempered that day. But it definitely wasn't. So which is different? Did you break the window in anger because you were hot-tempered, or was it an accident? What I'm saying is, because I was angry and hot-tempered that day, had I not been, I probably would have been more cautious and careful, and I broke the window.
Quite a few times that I called the relationship toxic. And how long that it was? A while. Months.
Elizabeth's mother, Sherry Alphonse, remembers it differently.
She told him he left, but he decided he just wanted to take out his anger on the way out. But his fist through the window.
Sherry tried to stay out of the couple's affairs. But when Elizabeth's 7-year-old daughter confided that she tried to speak up.
You have to listen to me, but he couldn't tell you that there's a problem. And I had to go to her and say, speak up to her. Your daughter, it comes from her.
Elizabeth's daughter, was she exposed to all this toxic behavior?
That she didn't like the way I get on it. Instead of her like that, and I had to.
She told you herself.
She had told me herself. That was pretty tough.
Took for her or for you? What do you say?
It definitely made me think. I was a little ashamed, I have to admit.
Finally, sounds like the relationship already, of course.
Let's talk to her.
Right. You moved back in with your mom.
She had finally said, well, you know what, I'll just give my keys back.
And then, kind of...
Bobby, great. Now my socks are wet. Well, guys, we're right under the Diamond City Strong.
You sure this is the right place? I've been mapping it out. I think Diamond City's a little further north of here.
I don't have a doubt in my mind. How about a little trust for the boss?
Decent place for her. She had been putting all this stuff out to the curb in a big pub, right? And then she had posted some pictures to Instagram about it and stuff.
That must have triggered you.
It was upsetting.
Tell the truth, Bobby. Where are we?
Under the Diamond City Strong. And that is the last time I'm saying it.
You're going to
We still need a way to get up there, though. Well, you think your robot will work here?
Look at this place. The foundation is already crumbling. One blast from Sonya, and I bet the floor above is from right there.
Well, then make it so.
Get a room for this collapsing foundation and all.
Good, make it.
All right then. Everybody clear. Sonya, prepare yourself for a blast at maximum power.
And in return, you were threatening
Some questionable things.
Here we go. That didn't sound good. Okay.
Now let's get up in it and stroke, shall we?
No. Sonya.
But if make another robot with a hull to get strong, keep your head in the game.
Make sure you don't leave anything useful behind.
Sonya.
Now, I'm beginning to wonder what we're going to find in that scroll. Look at dead bodies in there or something.
Where would you put your
Well, rest in peace, Sonia. Good.
indulge me?
Dig the blue lights.
You, please don't burn our fat cells down. And you answer, no joke. She tells you she's not ready for you. You answer, you should be. Franklin's infamous temper was about to
I don't know why I was so nervous about it. I see so far and the laser ray nurses are amazing. Best decision ever.
Bobby, almost there, guys. Just keep thinking of the caps.
My wife insisted on watching 24/7 holiday movies. I didn't get that. I got
Friendly.
my favorite classic western disappeared overnight without warning. I didn't get mad. I got frightened.
Join the Billions Food Outfit. 50 plus live channels, thousands of on-demand titles, all starting at just $6.99 a month. Start your free trial today.
Welcome to the grass.
Heads up.
I'll find what you're looking for.
Grown. Fuck does a grown fit, man?
Great to be with you. This is coincide. The Option channel is now available 24/7 on Roku. And now, here's a must-see moment from Quick TV's Case History.
What are you doing here?
Oh, shit.
You seriously
And now, here's a must-see moment from Quick TV's
Don't
Case
listen to
History.
her.
She's hitting me and hitting me.
Some radiation.
Keep watching Quick TV. Here's a must-see moment from Quick TV's Case History.
Hancock shouldn't care about us stealing from Diamond City.
Yeah, about that.
I see the rest of you are in the dark about this. Nice no-nos. You all just broke into Hancock's store. You, Hancock, the mayor of Good Neighbor.
Damn it, Bobby. Listen, guys, I know this isn't what you expect, but there are still a ton of caps on the line here. Help me take her out, and all of it is ours.
This is Hancock we're ripping off here. The guy tends to hold grudges.
Counteroffer. Just go back into your tunnel, and we can forget this ever happened. What do you say?
This is a tough one.
This picture of my daughter Elizabeth.
Yeah, just give me a minute here. Let me think it over.
Just gorgeous because sometimes they were green, sometimes they were gold, sometimes they were blue. It just depends on her mood. She just looks so beautiful in her pictures.
Sherry Altemus is Elizabeth Bell's mother. They live together in a full house with Sherry's 2 adult sons and Elizabeth's 7-year-old daughter.
She would reach out, and a lot of the people that she seemed to reach out to were people who were shunned by their own family, or they were kicked out homeless, and she would find places for them to go to.
Our mother says Elizabeth loved to take care of people and animals, almost to a fault. When an old childhood friend came back into her life, broken and bruised, she somehow needed to take him in, even at her own expense.
She couldn't exist without having a companion, and it made me sad that her animals or her daughter were not enough for her, and that she couldn't break out of the toxic place that she got into and learn how to be alone.
Frank Brett moved into the family home as Elizabeth's boyfriend, and they seemed to bring out the worst in each other.
She was just such a good, caring person, but when she got mean, she got really mean. It was just this verbal lashing that she felt that she had to do to hurt people.
Eventually, Elizabeth's family got fed up with Frank. His anger, his yelling, and the way he would sometimes bring the fuel mix for that motorbike inside the house.
He was working on the motorbike in the basement. Gas cans were found next to the dryer.
Come on, Bobby. At least if we leave now, we leave with our lives.
I haven't come this far to run away with my tail between my legs. You are either with me or against
Me and
me.
my sons were getting ready to do an intervention as I was sitting her down and telling her that Frank needs to go. There were too many things that were
What is this about, Bobby?
that he was
Why did you
doing.
lie to us?
I didn't know what in their right mind was written on Hancock. Everyone is so damn afraid of him.
The day
The
before the
city
fire, Elizabeth had on her own
He thinks he
decided
is
to break things
invincible.
off and began
I wanted to
taking
show
stuff from the family home. At one point, she takes a picture of your motorbike laying next to some garbage right on the curb. That must have pissed you off.
You lied to us, Bobby.
I wouldn't say
You have to pay.
You can't do this
If
to
your
me.
anger level
This isn't how this is
escalating
supposed to
as the
go.
night goes on,
Know
and
what?
sitting in your mom's
Fine.
house doing
More for me.
anything I would call it frustration.
I want no part of this.
Since you don't seem to be willing to do the world a favor and kill yourself, I guess I'm going to have to do it for you.
Every time that there was
He now tries to make sure she didn't hurt herself.
the only reason I find
I have to say,
to leave
I'm not really cool
when I
with
was
how
going
this
to
went
go
down.
there is that I thought I was probably the only one that she would listen to.
What? You guy too?
But I
No.
understand, and maybe a little self-inflated.
What a waste of time. What a waste of time. What a waste of time. What a waste of time.
You made the
What a waste of time.
Say you went over there to do a wellness check, and it seems like we're not having an honest conversation. What exactly did you intend to do?
Fuck you going now?
There, late at night, after being told, don't come here.
My first concern was to see,
You made
assess
it.
the situation, assess what's going on up there, where my stuff is at, where she is at, and stuff.
You concerned primarily for the
I
stuff.
wouldn't say it's my primary concern, but I want to see what's going on.
I sense that Brett is spinning his
Excuse
story faster.
You made the right
The
move.
moment of truth, the night of the murder. In as much detail as you can recall, tell me exactly what happened that night.
Bobby lied to us.
Got there.
I'm glad it's forgot this way.
I was
She
itching
had
for
a
a
lid
fight.
from a pizza box, turned inside
I
out.
guess this works too.
Said
Here,
to mark her
take
on every
this.
bike,
A token.
and my bike
We're
was
doing
up
the
against
right
the
thing.
telephone pole. And she said, "Oh, you decided to come anyway?"
Set the target on fire for 15 points of damage. Holy shit.
Hancock would be happy to hear about your loyalty. You should go pay your respects in person. It's best to stay on Hancock's good side. Trust me.
I can't tell you how many times I've thought about that. How many times I've asked myself, man, she was all right. You know what?
I always thought Bobby had you for
Does not suggest that you were not really there for the wellness.
You ought to go see
I
Hancock.
wasn't keen on
I
the
expect
idea
he'll
of
want to talk with you about what went
we're
down.
going separate ways.
Bad move,
You didn't
Bobby.
want to break up.
Like I said, we
Hey
had
there.
codependence.
You ought to go
I
see
genuinely
Hancock.
loved her.
I expect he'll want to talk with you about what went down.
Enter her bedroom.
Yes.
Is she in bed?
She was sitting on the edge of the bed.
Awake.
Awake.
The record suggests that she was asleep in bed.
That's what they said. They made it seem like I snuck in the house, like at the end of the night, with Elizabeth sleeping quietly in bed, and just decided to start a fire. It doesn't make sense to me.
It's clear this part of the story touches it up, and this is when his prized motorbike comes back into play.
She said something about the bike. She then walked over to the window and looked up the curtain. And she said, "Oh, well, it's gone now, so I guess you don't have to worry about it." I said, "What do you mean it's gone?"
That set you off.
So I walked up behind her and looked out the window. You gotta be kidding me. And so I turned around and went out. Down the stairs, went outside, and looked up the street both ways. I don't see anybody, I don't see anything. I turned back around.
You could scrape up some caps. Remember?
I didn't know where his bike was going.
Some shot. School.
Mad.
Yeah.
I was upset.
You can't admit that you were mad? It's
Fuck's
obvious.
like that?
If that's the word you would like to describe it, it's not how I would describe it, but sure, I was mad. But not, certainly not mad enough to,
If you were at a 7 earlier in the evening, what were you at when you realized your motorbike was gone?
my intention was to go back up there and I was going to yell at her, "This is your fault. Your little tizzy face. And now, my stuff is actually gone."
So you went there and
Yeah, my intention was to tell her, "Hey, you messed up. This is your fault."
you just said
Right, sure, she yelled her.
which is a verbal attack.
That was welding.
That is a far cry from saying someone.
I agree.
I mean,
What could have happened?
she's still sitting at the edge of the bed. She had her legs crossed, and she's got this silly look on her face. The first thing I said was, "You think this is funny? Like, why is this funny?"
It escalated very fast.
Very quickly. It's been one of the more difficult parts of my memories. Because the last things I got to say to her were very nasty.
You really
I did. We get to the point of she exchanging insults. She said, "Hey, just upset me."
That tower will provide adequate protection.
scale. From 7, you've gone up to what?
So from that 7, that was the earlier. I'd gone way down before that. But when she said that, in my head, that was all I was thinking was, what is the most hurtful thing I can say back to you to get you the way you just got me? Because that was a gut punch.
It sounds like you would. So you're at a 10 now?
I leaned in very close. And I said, "You know what? Then it's probably your fault." I'm not going to use the exact words, but I basically said, "It's your fault that you got abused." I was a little more graphic, but that's
What exactly did you say?
I've never lost anyone before.
I used.
This failure is new to me.
More specific.
What exactly said you say?
I said maybe that's why so-and-so was effing you in the A. And continued with the, "Well, maybe that it's your fault that was going on."
Her childhood sexual abuse was fair game, Frank? What do you think that tells us about your state of mind?
Look alive.
Looking to my yellow.
That was a pretty dastardly, down and dirty thing to say and do. Absolutely.
Does it not suggest that you were unhinged?
In my mind, I thought, there it is. This time I win. So I turned and thought I was going to just exit stage left. Like, haha, I got you.
How did she react when you said what you said?
I saw her eyes. She didn't say anything. I mean, her eyes were immediately wide open. Like her pupils dilated. Like I saw her go.
Poet.
Couldn't believe that I would say that. I spun, trying to walk out. I hit the in the head. Before she hit me in the back of the head. It's a heavy object. And then she hit me a couple more times. And the very next thing I remember, I was laying on the floor. Looking at my eyes.
No way to pick this.
Why is it so bright in here? And then I felt the pain.
Hancock start strong.
Experiencing the burn.
You're saying that she knocked you unconscious? And that you can't recall, therefore, how the fire started?
The actual ignition, I don't know.
Now, Fred is not only disavowing any memory of how the fire started, but also implicitly blaming it on Elizabeth. What he does remember is conveniently self-serving.
So, when I woke up, her daughter's door, her door is closed. And I see that, my heart sank. Like, I was just, all I was thinking was, oh my God, baby, you know, I made it probably 10, 12 feet before I turned around. All I could see was fire. I mean, literally, I couldn't pick out any of the structural furniture things that I know are in there.
Now you're still on fire.
To some extent. So I ran straight forward through the door. I didn't even try using the door handle. I just literally burst through the door. When the door opens, it's pitch black. So the fire hasn't reached the wall. So immediately it's already a little except by you, except by me, right? So at this point, I'm really fired. Right. To be honest, now I'm thinking of that moment, burst through the door. It's pitch black. Her daughter was still asleep. I turned around, carried her to the bottom of the stairs, and I said, go to Grandma's room, tell her to call 911. Whatever you do, stay with Grandma, don't leave her side.
Sounds heroic. All this time, you're still on fire.
To some extent.
You say, when I sprung to my feet, I realized I was aflame everywhere. Let me lay this out for you, right? How and why, if you were totally engulfed, in your words, aflame everywhere, would you pick up a child and wrap her in a blanket and carry her down the stairs without setting her on fire? Right? That makes no sense. The judge in the case stated that, in fact, her daughter's feet were burned when she stepped over her dying mother to get to safety. So, which sort of comports with what other witnesses there say.
I'm absolutely certain that is not how her feet got burned. I think at some point maybe she tried to make it back up the stairs.
And you say you were unconscious
for the ignition of the fire.
That's convenient. It's convenient for you to disavow memory of that particular moment in time.
It'd be a lot easier if I remembered, oh, this and that happened, but
getting hit in the back of the head never came up in court. It seems now like something you've come to after the fact.
My attorney insisted that, as far as the court was going to be concerned, if I start saying it was her fault, they're gonna fry me.
When Rick descended the stairs that night, Elizabeth's brother Nick saw him, engulfed in flames and alone. Do you remember saying to Nick at the bottom of the stairs after you call for help and he douses you with the dishwater?
Tell him the water.
Do you remember saying to Nick, we need to go save your sister? Elizabeth's family rescued Brett from the flames, even as he left her to burn. But you didn't try to save her, did you?
There's a busy day here at 14, and we go one way or the other. Not to a lag.
I've never lost anyone before. This failure is new to me.
You have a chance to get big, like $6,000. You can quickly cash out to your bank account. Try it now.
Honestly, this is so much easier than I expected. I don't know why I was so nervous about this. I'm literally just joking. Oh my god, this last week was just make sure my skin doesn't droop so much. I feel like I look like 30 years younger now. My skin is so soft and smooth. I am the best in the world. The laser ray nurses are amazing. My results are incredible. I have so much time in my life. I'm obsessed. Best decision ever.
I know it's gonna sound cheesy, but the moment we locked eyes, there was just a spark. For me, it happened twice. The first was the day I met Josh. And the second, the day I killed him.
breaking up with me?
Everybody know what time it is? Ready? Set.
Please, Lord, tell her how to blow up.
We're in a two-time era. After vacation. Crack my coconut gin.
There's a must-see moment from Court TV's case history.
I'll be part of continuing cover. Do the right thing, remembering that if it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
For more must-see moments, keep watching Court TV. Here's a must-see moment from Court TV's case history.
I'm just firing. That's all I'm until now. He was going to be a guy. Only surgery I do is trying to walk away from.
Must-see moments, keep watching Court TV. And now, here's a must-see moment from Court TV's case history. For more must-see moments, keep watching Court TV.
I'm Benny Politan. You know, I stood before a jury on both sides of the courtroom. First as a prosecutor, then as a defense attorney. But with Court TV, you're the jury. You see every moment of testimony.
Oh, no, I didn't do this.
Every story unfolds
I'm sorry for my crime.
until a verdict is rendered and justice is served.
The all-new Court TV, your front row seat to justice.
Welcome to Court TV Live, your front row seat to justice.
It's a busy day here at Court TV, and it can go one way or the other.
You have to look at everything in this case.
You murdered our dog.
Did you get the whole We're live at courtrooms across the country.
This is true crime all the time.
We continue our gavel-to-gavel coverage.
Jury selection is underway. This is what I love to do.
The smell of the wire woke me up. I smelled wire burning, and then my son pounding on the door that the house was on fire. That woke me up dead out of my sleep. There were just certain images just like you'll never forget. The smoke was in the hallway, and when I got to the kitchen, Frank was on the ground screaming that he's I'm on fire, I'm on fire, I'm on fire. My second oldest son attempted to go upstairs, but he didn't get very far. He poor getting choked out and having to get out. Nobody knows what to do first. But did anybody call the fire department? Because we're trying to save people.
Brett had fled the upstairs bedroom where the fire ignited, leaving his girlfriend to burn.
In my mind, all I'm thinking is, despite everything that just happened, someone I love is in danger.
He now claims he attempted a daring rescue, even with 80% of his own body severely burned. Really? Now you told me that when you walked out of that room, it was impenetrable because of the fire. So you're now saying that you go up and face the fire, which must have been worse by that time.
I'm not saying it was rational or smart in any way. I just, in my mind, was thinking.
It sounds heroic, but it also sounds impossible, frankly. In the way you tell it, you are casting yourself as both a victim and a hero.
You know, I'm the kind of person that would sooner die fighting to help someone I love than to just say.
Are you really? Because after you said we need to go save your sister, and Nick tried to do that, you ran from the house. Right? You made no further efforts on Elizabeth's behalf. In fact, you fled the scene.
When the fire department showed up, all I kept doing, because we were sitting across the street, my sons and my granddaughter and the dog sitting across the street, and I kept telling them, there is somebody else you have to find. It's her boyfriend.
Brett had dashed out of the house, fleeing the scene, and breaking into another home to hide.
It was like the most insane adrenaline rush. I mean, it had, I don't know if it's just the shock from hot to cold or what it was.
Do you remember crossing several backyards and then entering a stranger's home?
My memory from this period of time is like a slideshow. Like it's like flashes. I remember that initial part springing up. I remember leaning up against a garage at one point, like, what's going on? But all these memories are a little disjointed.
So they're holes in your memory.
The running part, that's the part where it started getting a little wonky.
The homeowner said that you crawled through his daughter's window.
I know they said that, but if you looked at the pictures, the window had no blood on the frame. There was some.
Is it true that you were hiding in a closet in the man's house?
The man said that I was crouched on the floor, saying weird things.
Maybe these are, more holes in your memory, but according to the homeowner, he encounters you hiding in a closet in his house, and when he confronts you, right, as the police are, searching, you say, "Them boys out there," which he took as a reference to the police looking for you, right?
From the beginning of that.
This is a man who has no reason to lie. And
Understood.
And you admit to having holes in your memory in this period of time. So you remember what you said to police when they found you?
They immediately handcuffed me and set me on the steps. And now, at first, I'm still disoriented, not even entirely sure what is happening, what's going on. I was so charred up and worked up that the police had initially called me in as a late 20s black male. That I was so burned that my skin was blackened. Enough that the police mistook me racially.
But do you remember what you said to them when they found you?
I said two things. I said motive, and I said opportunity.
But that statement would be just the first piece of damning evidence. It turns out there was a smoking gun.
My lupus flares were interrupting my life. So I asked my doctor about Sapnelo, and now I feel more human again because my lupus is more under control.
Sapnelo is for adults with moderate to severe lupus who are on other lupus medicines, not for severe active lupus nephritis or central nervous system lupus. Sapnelo reduces lupus disease activity in your affected organs, improving lupus symptoms. For some people, within weeks. And it's the only FDA-approved lupus medicine proven to significantly reduce steroid use. Sapnelo may cause serious side effects, including serious and sometimes fatal infections, and may increase cancer risk. Do not use Sapnelo if you are allergic to Sapnelo or any of its ingredients. Get help right away for allergic reactions, face, mouth, or tongue, breathing problems, faintness, or dizziness. Tell your doctor about your medical conditions, infections, medicines, and if you are scheduled to receive a vaccination or even need a vaccination. Side effects may include upper respiratory infections, bronchitis, infusion reactions, shingles, and cough.
Now, with Sapnelo, my day is a little more like my life.
Ask your doctor about Sapnelo today. Speed Sport 1 has all the racing action to keep you on the edge of your seat. Brady, oh, look how we get trouble on the start. We got to start now. From top view, all shore, dirt track, the asphalt. You'll play for 24/7 motor skills anytime. Get a foot on both sides, way over by the wall. Speed Sport 1 is the always-on live motorsports channel. Watch free today.
Here's a must-see moment from Court TV's case history.
You're a child killer, a woman killer. I cannot wait until somebody inflicts that harm on you.
Keep watching Court TV. And now, here's a must-see moment from Court TV's case history.
I don't know if this is possible, but can I give her a hug, please?
must-see moments watching Court TV. And now, here's a must-see moment from Court TV's case history. Claiming innocence in Delaware, swords, land, lawyers, playing losers as she was asleep.
If you ever find out what did it, they deserve to go to jail.
Okay, so I give a maximum sentence.
Most definitely.
On the crime of malware, snitching, lying to the crime of left and more must-see moments watching Court TV. And now, here's a must-see moment from Court TV's case history. Here's a must-see moment from Court TV's case history.
Frank Brett fled the scene of the crime. The arson homicide of his girlfriend. Police found him hiding at a neighbor's home, severely burned and seeming to confess. Here's what the police recorded. He stated that he was sorry. He stated that he was having an argument, fighting with his girlfriend. He stated the words opportunity and motive. It sounds like you're somehow apologizing for your criminal actions after trying to escape responsibility.
I think that I do remember seeing other things in there about an apology at some point, of me saying sorry.
Of all the things you could have uttered in that moment, you say motive and opportunity, two of the three requisites for proving crime. Isn't that suspicious, right?
I understand the way it was taken. And I remember after being handcuffed, I had started to feel, I'm going to blame. I'm in trouble.
Greg admits he can't remember everything. But there's one thing he now says he's sure about.
I didn't start the fire. I was actually 7.
Would that be a hole in your memory, Frank?
Fell asleep.
Not even a little bit, not even close.
Investigators tied you to 4 incendiary devices. A backpack of charcoal, a bottle of gasoline found in the bedroom with mostly your DNA on it, found later to be
Damn, fucking fell asleep.
Let me see what found on the staircase here with 97% of your DNA.
See it now. I think that jug of juice, bottle, whatever, concoction of things that went there. What she was going to use to set the pile.
Look alive.
Let's take a look at what you've got.
And why would she bring it up to her bedroom?
That I can't answer as to her motives, as to
How would most of the DNA on it be?
I don't know where it came from, what was before that. That could have been a jug that I used for water for work that was empty in the yard that she then put the concoction into. So it may have had DNA in there.
I suggest we take as much as we can carry.
How can I prove that? Because the only 2 eyewitnesses were Elizabeth and I.
So too many things to dismiss. I mean, if we're to believe your story, then she just happened to have a bottle of gasoline with your DNA on it next to her bed, waiting to firebomb you, her child a few feet away, and her whole family down there. I think you just happened to have made threats and jokes about burning that family. You had just happened to arrive uninvited. You just happened to have, your DNA on the lighter, on the gas bottle, on the lighter source.
I'm not saying that the things that I said or did were appropriate. I am saying that I in no way, shape, or form had anything to do with starting the fire.
Taken as a whole, what does all that look like to you? Can you see it the way
You just described it. The way you read the story to me. If I was an outside observer, I could see very easily how it's interpreted that way.
The government decided
Freak.
from the entire day of fighting that age brought you to the edge of the bed, and you doused her with the gasoline from that bottle, which is, explains why so much of your DNA was on it, and lit her on fire.
Have you seen any of the pictures?
Yes. Yeah.
Her face isn't burned like mine. And if I was to follow their story from beginning to end, I don't see how you can reconcile the two.
She's dead and you're sitting here. Well, let me ask you this, for most of us can only imagine in our worst nightmares the painful death that she suffered. But you can.
Indeed.
Well, tell me what you think her last moments alive were like. This woman you saw and still love.
It's something I would never wish on my worst enemies. The fact that no matter what I have to go on lonely every day, and so what I loved. Their last moments had to be in that type of excruciating pain. After someone that, to the best of my knowledge and understanding, she loved me. So someone that you love says the nastiest, most despicable possible thing that they can to you.
And here you are, still implicitly blaming her while playing the victim yourself. Because either you set the fire or she did. So which is it?
My skin is so soft and this plastic vocals I'm pretty years old. Laser right now series are amazing. Best decision ever.
Whatever you break, pizza on now. Right now, any medium pizza is just $10. Any price, any toppings, all yours. Satisfy your cravings with any medium pizza for $10. Only a pizza. When my screener bill hit $108, I didn't get mad. I got ready. I insisted on watching 24/7 holiday movies. I didn't just ask. I got frankly, my favorite classic westerns disappeared overnight. I didn't get mad. I got fun.
Join the millions who got friendly with 50 plus live channels, thousands of upgraded titles, all starting at just $6.99. Start your free trial today.
Let's take a look at what you've got.
Stingray Stargaze. We're starry nights and cosmic to serene music. Immerse yourself in Stingray Stargaze and experience Here's a must-see moment from Court TV's case history.
The defendant for life, where the jury finds the defendant, Robert Durst,
Yes.
guilty.
You're Sid.
Conversation you hear.
Let's get this done.
Seems Judge Ashley and Michael Ayala.
We may have such
It's a must-see moment.
trim the grass along the fence.
State of Florida versus Casey Green Anthony. As to the charge of first-degree murder, verdict counting as one. Leave the jury on the defendant not guilty.
This court has a recess. For more, let's see more. Keep watching Sports TV.
So when I said that was earlier, I know way down further about no matter. But when she said that, it sounds like it really He is tough. He is not one of those people. He keeps calling me back. He is really frustrating. Just to freak out. That freak is not a state of being good. You can't just say it out loud. I can't say it out loud. Say it out loud. They can keep it. You can really kind of push them on. Very nasty. That was a pretty dastardly down, dirty thing to say and do. She's trying to take him from that service that is had to below point, and she's falling for it. He's so stupid. Struggling with this part.
Discovering his alternate reality and getting him to take responsibility for very different things. She said her mother, if it wasn't been for educating her that night, a little bit. Because I'm struck by how dispassionately you were accountable for this and how you were happy to shift the blame onto her. This seems like classic victim blaming.
I did not let that for you. I do not think after everything I've been through, I can't even tell you I'm still in pain every day. But I do it this way.
You're the victim.
I am. This is something that happened to me.
That is great stunning amount of narcissism.
Why would I set her on fire over this type of
Maybe I can carry some of that for you.
Because perhaps you were narcissistic. You could just stay at home. All of us have been through breakups. But then most of us, normal adults, swallow hard, grandparent, and move on. For you, I think it was different. For you that night, why? You could not calm yourself down. Maybe you didn't mean to kill her, but you are responsible for what happened that night. Criminally responsible. You offer report from family your sincere condolences. A little apology.
I was specifically told by my attorney that if I went out there and apologized, it would be taken as a condition of guilt.
You apologize for, at the very least, instigating the event that would take her from them forever and scar her daughter for life.
I didn't apologize before because I was told not to. And I am saying that I really wish you before we had anything to do with starting a fire. Our own family members, if you ask me, do you think Frank would do that for his age? I can say with a very high certainty that those things wouldn't make sense to them either. Her mother will understand the most because she was there.
I think you shouldn't speak for them.
I just wish we had one more day. One more day. If we would have had the strength to sit her down and tell her that he's gotta go.
It turns out Brett's precious motorbike was safe the whole time, moved by her brother, while Frank raged in that bedroom.
I had my phone necklace tonight, so I wouldn't be taken by the garbage and stolen.
The bitter irony still haunts Elizabeth's mother to this day.
One of the things that I feared the most about that stupid motorbike and my son taking it someplace else so it was someplace safe for Frank to get back on another day. Did I trigger this to happen? I know it's not my fault. But did I
I didn't catch him and never say, hey, I think from now, but then we just started everything.
Hey, we're glad to be of service.
Rick was sentenced to 25 years to life in prison. He'll be eligible for parole in 2042. For Sherry Altamus, that's far too soon.
I don't know how they came up with 25 years, because 25 years is not enough of how much life she could have left. She can live 40 more years, could have lived 40 more years, but he'll be like 55 or something like that when he gets out. If he gets out, if the parole board doesn't keep him in there, he does not deserve to be on parole. Or if they found him guilty by all the evidence that was presented, he's guilty. But when I say to him, if you sit in front of me, I try to think about you as little as possible in my everyday life. You don't exist to me. That's what I would say to him. He's not worth my hate. He's not worth my forgiveness. I don't know if I can ever get to a point of forgiveness. How can you forgive when you can't forget? Is it going to be rolling when I walk in? Yeah. Okay. Oh, Jesus, is it Miller?
She was a 30-year-old escort in Kansas City with bills to pay.
It was my only source of income. It was my only source of survival.
He was a successful businessman with a family and a dark secret.
It started as tied up and strangulation.
Family man by day, sex fiend by night.
He called me the fallen angel that fell from heaven along with Satan.
From behind prison walls, Maggie Ibarra talks for the first time. You called him Daddy Satan.
I probably did.
About her deal with a sadistic sugar daddy.
I had a house, a car. He was providing those things.
And in return, you entertained his satanic fantasies?
Yeah.
And the brutal slaying of a young woman she lured into the couple's bedroom.
I feel like I want a lawyer.
She was your friend who loved and trusted you.
I never thought it was actually going to happen.
Now, Maggie Ibarra is serving a life sentence and finally facing up to her own demons. You led her to slaughter. Can you admit to that now? Are you a sadist?
I have an 85-year sentence. There's witness tampering. That's 7 flat years for each charge. They gave me a harassment charge, which was 5 flat years also. There was the enticement of a child, which was a 30-year sentence. And then they gave me a life sentence.
It all began on Valentine's Day 2020. Local businessman Michael Hendricks' wife and kids were on vacation. He was on the internet, scoping out a certain escort. What might have ended in a single transaction became a twisted year-long love affair with a combustible mix of methamphetamine, money, and sexual sadistic murder.
A case unfolding tonight, hours after officers uncovered human remains in rural Jackson County.
The shocking crime lit up the airways.
It's the home of 40-year-old Michael Hendricks. Maggie Ibarra, Hendricks' girlfriend, is charged too.
Both killers are now serving life sentences for the strangulation murder of 32-year-old Kenzie Aubrey during violent freeway sex in Ibarra's Kansas City home. And Maggie, please have a seat. I'm David.
Wait. Sorry, I'm already crying.
Maggie, we're here because we really want to understand the mindset and motivations behind your actions in this case. And why did you want to talk to us today?
I kind of prayed about it. Asked God to guide me. I want to use this as a platform to be honest and to apologize. And also to bring awareness to the fact that this could happen to anyone.
I've heard this line before. Convicted felon finds religion in jail and falls on the sword. I'm skeptical, of course, but I want to hear Maggie Ibarra out and find out why a young woman was murdered in her bed. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, and neither should you. Everybody who's going to watch this is going to be trying to figure out what to think, right? Is she being truthful, or is she holding back?
The whole situation itself is tense, so I understand.
This killer story began a world away a generation ago. I know that you had a very rough start in life.
Yeah.
Born in Hawaii, right, to a teenage mother who, by her own accounting, had issues. How do you think it shaped you?
My parents were really good people, but they had addiction problems.
By age 5, she'd suffered sexual abuse. By 13, she was living on the street. For money, she turned to sex work. For stress, she turned to crystal meth.
I got hooked up with some pimps when I was 14, and I was forced to make money for them. You know, I was sleeping with people at that point to put a roof over my head, you know, on a daily basis.
Which came first, the drugs or the sex work?
Well, I mean, they both kind of really just started hand in hand, but pretty much at the same time.
By 15, she was pregnant. At 16, she was a teenage mother migrating from Hawaii to the mainland and settling in Kansas City, Missouri. Fast forward 2014 time frame, you were advertising on Backpage, escort services, right?
Yes.
Was sex work your main source of income?
It was my only source of income.
I see.
It was my only source of survival.
You need a successful businessman named Michael Hendricks, right? Was that on skipthegames.com?
Yes, it was. It was on Valentine's Day.
How much did you know about him?
Nothing. He was just a client. He contacted me and said, hey, I've been looking at your ad. My garage door will be open. Here's my address. And that's just the way that I lived my life at the time.
Michael Hendricks owned a thriving IT company and a 3,000 square foot home with plenty of space for his wife and 3 children. He also had a helicopter hangar in his backyard so he could enjoy his favorite hobby. He posted videos about it on his YouTube channel.
Internet, tomorrow I'm going on a repositioning flight.
But Hendricks had another interest too, a secret sexual fetish with violence and killing. Did you know he was married with kids?
There's a huge picture on the wall in his house of his wife and his children and himself.
Was he kind of living a double life, family man by day, sex fiend by night?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. And it was more just he had demons that he kept hidden from everyone.
The two made an unlikely couple and a kind of Faustian bargain. From the record, it sounds like it started out as an escort-client relationship, but evolved more into maybe you could call like a sugar daddy relationship, transactional.
Very transactional, yes.
Mm-hmm. Did he entice you with his money?
It just felt like I deserved to be able to come out with a foot on top. All that work that I put in my whole life, selling myself for nothing. I didn't want to stop until I had a house, a car, a way to be okay, a way to support myself. And so he was providing those things.
His money paid for your apartment.
Paid for my house.
Or that Mini Cooper.
Yeah.
Right? Employed you.
He did employ
Like
me.
in name only.
Yeah.
And in return, you entertained his sexual desires.
Which were disgusting and horrible. Yes.
Sounds like he was a sexual sadist.
Yeah.
In fact, he wore those perversions on his sleeve or actually on his back.
On his back, yes.
Tell me about this tattoos on his back.
They were scary. The first time I ever seen them, I knew something was wrong. And I didn't let myself accept that it was not going to be okay. In the center of his back, there was the demon. Took up his entire back, basically. He had angels that were performing sexual acts on each other. He had the demon was strangling an angel with a chain, holding it up in the air while the chain was choking it.
Barbed wire. Was it obvious to you that he had some kind of fixation with violent sexual offenses?
That started to kind of become a little clear.
And you yourself, did you find yourself in position of indulging his dark satanic fantasies?
As an escort, yeah. Someone was reaping the benefits of it.
To keep the money flowing.
Yeah.
That's the job, right? Of the escort.
To make them seem, there's a saying,
that a lot of escorts say, and it's a trick knows that they're a trick, but they don't want to feel tricked.
But Ibarra's twisted role was about to become a violent reality. Role-playing dark fantasies is one thing, right? Carrying them out in reality is another. Hendrix searches online, what is the quickest way to kill a person with your bare hands? Were you aware that he was doing research?
You know, how interested you in soccer? In 1991, 3 years before hosting the World Cup, the United States had no first division league. Fast forward to today, media rights are their billions, and the U.S. is the most important market. Unlike the World Cup has meant America to a football-loving nation. It was the biggest catapult that we could have ever had.
Probase nuevo Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club.
¿Dijiste ranch?
Y dulce. Pan con ranch. Con el kit de jalapeños. Presentamos el Jalapeno Ranch Club. Es pollo de Chick-fil-A con ranch.
Honestly, this is so much easier than I expected. I don't know why I was so nervous about this.
I'm literally just chilling here.
Oh my god, this lasting look looks unreal.
The texture of my skin has improved so much. I'm feeling like I look 100 years younger now.
My skin is so soft and so smooth. And best of all, the laser ray nurses are amazing. My results are incredible.
I have so much time back in my life.
I'm obsessed. Best decision ever.
Join us for an unforgettable journey.
You're taking me to get curious.
Keep on traveling.
What's going on? Stan, take it easy. I need to look back.
I have to put my radar on high alert. Is there something that might have been missed by that first stop here? I'm Benny Valtier. Welcome to Closing Arguments. There will be names you know and others you will soon know. All year long, we've been on top of this story. This is the most polarizing case I have covered.
It's a complicated case for these jurors.
There is so much on the line, so much at stake. We have a trash, and we knew we had a law on our side. But what was this case really about?
Closing Arguments with Napolitan, only on Core TV.
Here's a must-see moment from Core TV's case history. For more must-see moments, keep watching Core TV. And here's a must-see moment from Core TV's case history. Both sides ready to proceed. It's been brought to my attention that the jury has reached the verdict. Will the defendant rise along with counsel?
State of Florida versus Casey Marie Anthony. As to the charge of first-degree murder, verdict as to count one. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty.
This court is in recess. For more must-see moments, keep watching Core TV. I'm Benny Valtier. You know, I stood before a jury on both sides of the courtroom. First as a prosecutor, and then as a defense attorney. But with Core TV, you're the jury. You see every moment of testimony.
Oh, no, I didn't do this.
Every story unfolds until a verdict is rendered and justice is served.
The all-new Court TV, your front row seat to justice.
Do you have a boyfriend or anything like that?
30-year-old escort Maggie Ibarra sits in a police station, a suspect in a terrible crime.
Okay, what's his name? Okay. Oh, your boss is your boyfriend? Okay.
Her boss and boyfriend is actually her sugar daddy, a man who pays her bills in exchange for sex. But not just any kind. Did you know he was searching violent porn?
I was aware.
Hendricks' internet searches reveal a dangerous fixation with violence and murder. And Maggie Ibarra knew his secret. He was searching terms like strangle, snuff porn, death.
I was aware of that.
That was all clear to you.
Yeah. But Michael's not the first person that I've encountered in my life that has been like this. It's not the first time that I've had to put my morals aside to do a job that I was forced to do in my mind.
You two shared love notes.
Yeah.
He's the archangel and you're the demon princess.
Fallen angel. He called me Delola. She was a fallen angel that fell from heaven along with Satan.
The angel Alola, from a 200-year-old French poem, falls in love with Lucifer. But instead of redeeming him, he drags her into hell. It strikes me that Ibarra wants me to see her as a fallen angel, less evil and less culpable than Hendricks. But is that just her spin? Those are all satanic references.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
You called him Daddy Satan.
Yes.
Daddy Satan.
Yeah.
Who came up with that?
I probably did.
You like that?
They did. Send me money for sure.
At trial, your lawyer tried to argue that Hendricks was effectively controlling you, and that you went along with it out of fear and financial need. Is that really true, or were you more part of it than that suggests, Maggie?
This just became my life at that point. And I just thought, well, this is how my life is going to end, and I guess this is it. You know? At that point, I accepted everything that was happening.
Role-playing dark fantasies is one thing, right? Carrying them out in reality is another, right? Which did you think was going on?
I never thought it was actually happening.
He talked about it a lot, though, right?
So did other people that I was with. It was never something that I thought would actually look at his life. Look at everything he had. You know? I never thought it was actually going to happen.
6 months into their relationship, Hendricks' sadistic obsession seemed to intensify, and his fallen angel says she convincingly played right along. September 2020, Hendricks searches online the question, what is the quickest way to kill a person with your bare hands? Were you aware that he was, it sounds like, doing research?
Mm-hmm.
You were?
Mm-hmm.
Did you talk to
It
him
wasn't
about
new.
that?
I mean, it was nothing new.
Did you talk to him about that?
He talked to me about a lot of things, especially during intercourse. It was something he liked to talk about.
So you knew he was fantasizing about killing someone in sex?
From the very first day I met him.
From the first day?
For basically the first day I met him. First it started as tying up, then it started as strangulation, then it started as other things. It just progressed.
You were, what, entertaining it, managing it, feeding it?
Entertaining it. Not so much feeding it, just entertaining it. Because really, it still made me uncomfortable. Because he was a little more extreme than anyone that I've ever had an experience with before.
Did you come to enjoy and indulge in these ideas yourself?
I guess in a way I did, because it made him happy. And then in return, I gained monetarily.
For the money, Ibarra says, she drifted deeper into Hendricks' darkness and agreed to find other women to bring into their illicit sex life. Did he ask you to bring other women into sex with him?
It was brought up. But at that time in my life, that's what my life consisted of. With all clients. Threesomes was something that I just did all the time.
Kenzie Aubrey was one of them.
Yes, she was.
Kenzie Aubrey had recently moved to Kansas City, away from her family in Texas. Like Ibarra, she struggled with addiction. How did you first meet her?
She was my neighbor.
She was your neighbor turned friend?
Yes.
Turned lover?
Yes.
It sounds like from her text that she felt for you. Trusted you?
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel about her?
She was a good person. She was a good person in a bad situation.
Genuine friends? Genuine friendship?
I don't think I had any genuine friendships when I was on crystal meth and I was a prostitute.
She loved you. Did you love her?
I don't think I even loved myself.
Did Michael ask you to find women like her who were vulnerable, isolated, drug addicted.
You can turn them on.
Michael Hendricks was straddling a double life. By day, he played the dutiful husband and father. But by night, he was consumed with sadistic sex and death. And in October 2020, he was nearing a breaking point. He's researching information about cell phone tracking and tracing evidence. Did you know about that? You didn't know about that?
There were a few things on the trial that I did not know about.
A few days later, he searches the term necrophilia, the practice of sexually defiling a corpse. Was that something that he had shared to you? I mean, over time, you must have picked up on these things, right?
Yeah.
That's 5 days before Kenzie's murder. Sounds like his snuff porn habit is intensifying. You reach out to Kenzie to make plans again. Was that your initiative or his?
So Kenzie actually contacted me that day and told me that she had just got into a fight with the woman that she lived with. And so I had Michael send her Ubers to my house.
And what's your plan at that point?
For me and her to just say hi, I guess.
He wasn't supposed to be part of that.
The next day, he was gonna come over, yeah.
Did she know that?
She did, actually. She knew that.
She was there really for you,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But she knew that he was going to join you
Mhm.
too at some point.
She was okay with it. We've had sexual experiences several times before.
Right.
So it was nothing out of the ordinary.
He's around that time searching Walmart.com for barbed wire.
I was not aware of that. I don't even think they said that in trial.
It's in the case record. It sounded like the tattoo on his back of the woman entwined in barbed wire.
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
Was barbed wire part of the plan for Kenzie that night? What time did Michael arrive on the scene?
The next morning, probably at 8 o'clock in the morning,
8 o'clock in the morning. Kenzie was expecting him.
we both were
When did the three-way sex start?
probably right after we got there. Kenzie and I had been up all night, smoking meth out of a bong in my bathroom.
What state was Michael in? What state of mind? Was he sober?
Nothing out of the ordinary. Just normal attitude.
So the three of you were in bed together. The record suggested there was a ball gag in her mouth.
No.
Not true?
No.
Were there any other restraints used on her? None at all? And so you're in bed, the three of you, having sex. Consensual at that point, you said?
Yes. It's always consensual.
But that was about to change in an instant. So this brings us to the moment of truth, right? Maggie, to the best of your recollection, tell me what happened that morning.
These are the cases that captivated the world.
In case Thanksgiving, they were killed by their own children.
That challenged the legal system and our state. Legendary trials.
If you can't win up to $900 in your real cash game, just delete the app. Why don't you try Tang Luck? This game is free and chase the jackpot thrill. No ads, no scams. You have a chance to win up to $50. Tap this video to download and try it. Take your win! Ultimate win! Tang Luck. Play now.
I don't know why I was so nervous about this. My skin is so soft and so smooth. This lasting glow feels unreal. I'm feeling it look 30 years younger now. The laser ray nurses are amazing. Best decision ever.
For decades, science has struggled with the mystery of the living black hole. But actually, there's hope. Introducing backdrops, a revolutionary way to permanently close your living room's black hole. Simply select from thousands of creations. Match your mood, switch your style, or just show off this little guy. I love it. The choices are endless. The backdrops are yours. Thanks, science.
This case was a forensic finance.
Stacy killed the
when you first meet someone, how can you tell, like, in your body that they're bi?
Well, I need to touch their knee.
You made that scene up. It wasn't written down anywhere.
I knew you when you were mad.
I knew you when you had hair.
Is this really not female?
It's not gonna work out. This is fine.
Here's a must-see moment from Court TV's case history.
Will the defendant plead rise? May the jury find the defendant, Robert Durst, not guilty.
For more must-see moments, keep watching Court TV. Here's a must-see moment from Court TV's case history.
Who are you here to stop? I just killed a man. I had blood on my skin. I was the most traumatic event of my life.
For more must-see moments, keep watching Court TV. Here's a must-see moment from Court TV's case history.
I was just firing as I went into the room. I just started firing.
What was in front of you?
For more must-see moments, keep watching Court TV. When the trial heats up, the conversation begins.
Clear, but here giving you your front row seat to justice.
Weekday afternoons, join Judge Ashley Wilcock and Michael Ayala as they deliver the Court TV live trial coverage. We've all been living to this trial, breaking down the biggest moment,
The different wording that I typically hear from a judge.
providing expert analysis,
What does that mean?
show, and previewing what's next. Judge Ashley Wilcock and Michael Ayala afternoons, only on Court TV. Here's a must-see moment from Court TV's case history.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Lindley Winnick, guilty of murder in the second degree as submitted in instruction number 9 and signed by your foreperson, and verdict as to count 2. We, the jury, find the defendant, Lindley Winnick, guilty of armed criminal action. Are these your verdicts, and so say each other?
Okay, for more must-see moments, keep watching Court TV.
October 7, 2020. Kenzie Aubrey went to spend the night with a woman she trusted and cared for. But by morning, she was in the throes of a dangerous threesome.
Michael and Kenzie were engaging sex. She was on top of him. And she was had her hands around his throat. He liked that kind of stuff, you know, sometimes. And she was just lightly, and she was on top of him. And
What were you doing?
I was like, you know, I was about to start engaging, but I noticed they were just engaging each other. So he got on top of her and almost immediately put his hands around her throat and just started squeezing her neck. She tapped his arm 2 times.
Did you know if she was trying to tell me stuff?
By that time, I kind of froze, and I feel nothing but shame and guilt for the way that my actions played out that morning. I was so high, and I didn't really know what to do.
But you knew what was happening.
Yes.
Was he different? Did he seem different to you?
Michael's demeanor never changed, not one time. He never became angry. He never changed his demeanor at all. He was calm. The entire time.
Squeezing her neck. She must have been terrified at some point. Boy, no doubt.
I know I was when he did that to me when we first met. He was strong. I ended up with blood clots in my eyes. And I lost consciousness within 4 seconds.
Were you aware that he was going in that direction with Kenzie in that moment?
In that moment,
You were.
yeah.
Did you try to stop him?
No.
Did she turn to you for help? Could you tell she was terrified?
Just in that moment, I knew that it was too late.
He's not going to stop. It went on for 4 minutes?
To say the least, yes.
At least 4 minutes. And you couldn't.
At that point, what am I supposed to do? At that point, he's hurt her bad. I know what it feels like to have his hands around the throat.
She's struggling to breathe. Is she saying anything? Can she talk?
No.
What are her eyes saying?
I didn't look at her eyes. I looked away from the situation at that point.
You didn't speak
I
to
started
her?
pacing the room.
You didn't speak to her? Or him?
I don't remember what I said, but I did say something, yes. I was angry. I was mad.
To her?
I don't remember.
Did you see the moment that the life left her body? Was she fighting for life? Pleading for her life?
It happened so fast that there was no pleading, there was no...
4 minutes is not so fast.
I believe that she lost consciousness pretty quickly.
That's a long 4 minutes. What time was Kenzie killed?
Probably like 8:30, 8:20.
20 minutes after you got there. She's dead.
Yeah.
Now you have the body of your so-called friend in your home, in your bed.
Yes.
Did you realize what you just become?
Yeah.
What were you
Very
thinking?
much so. Well, life was over.
What's the conversation between you and Michael?
There was none. That's the scary part about it. He never lost his composure.
Did you lose yours?
I did. I went to the bathroom and I did a shot of meth immediately. He came in and asked if I was okay. I didn't really know what to make of anything, so I just told him I was fine. I was okay. I was good. Just trying to figure out what to do at that point. I was panicking. He was calm.
Did you confront him?
Probably not.
And what's the conversation about what to do next?
Cover up started immediately.
Ibarra and her daddy Satan then climbed aboard his helicopter and plotted a crazed cover-up by land, sea, and air.
They tried to dispose of the body.
But you understand that when you say he, you really should be saying we.
It's 2020. I know it's going to sound cheesy, but the moment that we allowed guys, there was just a spark. For me, it happened twice. The first was the day I met Josh. And the second, the day I killed him.
You breaking up with him?
Not for you.
Animal.
I am your mother. I can't believe you're making this about you.
Hey, Dr. Phil here, bringing you the best of the best of my daytime series. How's it working for you? That's looking good, Dr. Phil. 24/7 streaming right here on the Dr. Phil Roku Fast channel. So come on over.
On the Ed Sullivan Show, America's Never Love with the young, electrifying Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5.
You're going to touch every record in the country. Wonderful happy hour.
Now we're celebrating the most breathtaking showstopping performances alongside the timeless Motown legends who defined a generation. The Supremes, the Temptations, Martha and the Vandellas, Stevie Wonder, and many more. Watch all these star-making performances on the Ed Sullivan Show, streaming 24/7 on Roku.
Oh my gosh, totally unexpected, totally out of the blue. It's big. The Partisan Mars weighs 500 grams. This guy was a ticking time bomb.
And now, here's a must-see moment from Court TV's case history.
Before you saw that I wasn't dying fast enough from disestablishment, you shot me. You shot me with my own gun. Basically point blank. And guess what? I walked out.
For more must-see moments, keep watching Court TV. Here's a must-see moment from Court TV's case history.
Count one, attempted murder of Lauren Panerak. What is your verdict? Not guilty by reason of insanity.
For more must-see moments, keep watching Court TV. Here's a must-see moment from Court TV's case history. Watching Court TV, when a trial comes up, the conversation begins. Weekday afternoons, join Judge Ashley Wilcox and Michael Ayala as they deliver the Court TV's live trial coverage. With all the rhythms of this trial, breaking down the biggest moments.
That's a little bit different wording than I typically hear from the judge.
Providing expert analysis. What does that evidence really show? And previewing what's next. Judge Ashley Wilcox and Michael Ayala, afternoons, only on Court TV.
Oh, wow. I had a beautiful daughter, Kenzie Renee Aubrey, the love of my life. Here's a picture of my baby girl. She had beautiful eyes, sparkling. Loved her little piercings. And the whole picture just tells the story of her in her rainbow world. She loves rainbows. And beautiful drawings. Beautiful paintings.
Cindy Aubrey's beloved daughter, Kenzie, has grown into a trusting but troubled soul. At 32, struggling with addiction and rocky relationships, Kenzie Aubrey found herself in a tough part of Kansas City, far from her hometown in Texas.
I remember getting a phone call from Kansas City Police saying, your daughter's not in trouble, but she's hanging with some bad people, the wrong people.
Then, one day in October 2020, she texted her mother for the last time and vanished.
She said, I'll talk to you later, I love you, and that was it. I never got another text, another phone call, nothing. And that was October 7th. She dropped off the grid. Got towards Thanksgiving, Christmas, no word. That's when I put in my first resolution.
Months passed with no trace. And at that point, no
She's old enough to be on her own, and if she didn't want to go on take she shouldn't have to. My daughter would have never gone as long as we went through.
missing posters hung up around her. Kenzie's friends discovered the name of the last person seen with her alive and told Cindy Aubrey to call police in Missouri.
The whole time, all her friends down here were going through the internet, and they called and said, you need to get a hold of Independent City, mention the name, Maggie Guevara.
Maggie Guevara knew exactly what had happened that day. She and her sadistic partner Michael
He took her body, he carried her to the basement.
and that they matter-of-factly started to cover their tracks.
And then she continued to get dressed, answered a business call, walking with dressed, and went to work. And told me that he'll be back to take care of the
What did you do that day?
I sat on the couch in my living room, smoked meth.
Hey.
Just sat there. Literally all day.
And what was you do about the quote-unquote problem?
Getting you home the next day, and taking her to his property, out of my house, and to his property.
Took the freezer from your place to his place with the body in it.
Yes, sir.
By himself. You helped him carry the freezer and the body into the home.
Yes, sir.
And then you rode it then back to his place.
At that point, I had to split up.
there was a plan in there to tell her to dispose of the body. You're part of that.
She was in the helicopter.
She was in there. Okay. And so he's flying above the sandbar.
The sandbar meets the Missouri River, and then he shot the body, which I guess
So you guys dumped the containers out. Landed, I said.
he carried one piece to the water, and following it down the river because it wasn't in a safe. I'm watching it in the helicopter as he's like and brings it back.
What happens next?
He brings it back to the helicopter and we took off back to his property. His kids were about to be home. That was his urgency that afternoon, was to get home before he just got off the bus.
And now he's bringing the containers back.
He was on the phone in the helicopter with his neighbor, asking for backup. So at that point, I kind of knew what the next plan was.